Which horse is better in Red Dead Online? Black Arabian for 42 gold bars, Mustang for $500, or this horse that you can get for free at the beginning of the game, Kentucky Saddler. For all these horses I tested endurance, survivability and the most importantly speed by riding all across the map. And since you gonna ask anyway, I tested bravery as well. Just kidding, there is no such thing as horse bravery in Red Dead Online, but I tested it anyway just in case. Let's begin with endurance and test how fast each horse will run out of stamina when riding on a full speed. For this test on all horses I'm gonna be using one of the worst saddles, Lamy Ranch Cutter saddle with the worst possible stirrups. And yes, obviously all horses that I'm testing have maximum bonding level, because there is a huge difference between bonding level 1 and bonding level 4. I will ride from stables in Blackwater to McFarlane's Ranch, and yes, obviously replays on a double speed. Horses are not riding that fast in Red Dead Online and Red Dead Redemption 2. By the way, every 15 seconds you can restore some amount of horse stamina by pressing left stick or G button on a keyboard, but again I'm not gonna be doing that for this test. As you can already see, stamina drain rate is the same for all the horses, because it's a characteristic of a saddle. The only difference is the amount of stamina that they have. Kentucky Saddler has only half of the bar and Mustang has a full bar of stamina. By the way, Kentucky Saddler already used all the bar and now uses core, and then it throws us off, exactly in the middle of our route between Blackwater and McFarlane's Ranch. Not a surprising result, but let's focus on more expensive horses now. Replay speed is 300% now. Anyway, Black Arabian runs out of stamina bar pretty far from McFarlane's Ranch. It refuses to ride anymore and Mustang wins, still not entering McFarlane's Ranch though. The second test will demonstrate that on practice amount of horse stamina means absolutely nothing in Red Dead Online. I'm gonna be riding from Saint Denis to Valentine, but this time I'm gonna be using the best saddle, Nacogdoches, with the best possible stirrups. The distance between Saint Denis and Valentine is bigger than between Blackwater and McFarlane's Ranch, and even without restoring stamina by pressing left stick on Black Arabian I managed to get to Valentine without problems at all. Okay, almost without problems. Almost got to the Valentine. But anyway, horse had a lot of stamina left. Even Kentucky Saddler hasn't used all of its stamina. So on practice amount of stamina means absolutely nothing, especially since you're gonna be restoring stamina by calming down your horse. And not only with Nacogdoches saddle, but with any good saddle like Upland or even Delgado, you will never run out of stamina. So let's test something more important, amount of health. First of all, any horse dies from one clean Carcana headshot when using express ammo. But with body shots, amount of health actually matters. It took 3 shots to kill Arabian horse, 3 body shots to kill Mustang, that has maximum amount of health by the way, but the Kentucky Saddler, the horse with the lowest amount of health, was dying after 2 body shots. By the way, here something weird happened. You see, I received a message that I killed the horse, but horse was still standing. Anyway, amount of health actually matters a little bit, and obviously Mustang is the best choice here because that horse has the maximum amount of health. But still, on practice, your horse will pretty much always die in PvP really fast, and in PvE when fighting NPCs you will be fine. Now let's talk about bravery. I tested how brave horses before in PvP, PvE and against different predators and found no difference at all. Even more, data miners never found such parameter in a game files, and they were looking for this parameter. But still I see comments like, oh, you are wrong, retest it all the time, so I decided for this video to retest bravery with these 3 horses. I will test 2 different scenarios. First is how horse reacts to the pack of wolves, and second is how it reacts to alligators. First of all, wolves. Any horse that I tested can simply ignore wolves. I mean, even stomp them. Yeah, Harriet is not gonna like that. The thing is, wolves are not roaring, except for legendary wolves. And when animal is not making roar, if you will simply calm down your horse constantly by pressing left stick, it will be fine. Alligators, just like cougars, bears and some other animals, actually roar, and they can scare your horse, but only only if your horse will be like really close to them when they will roar. However, if you will be keeping the distance and turning your horse away from the predator and calming it down constantly, obviously, you will be fine as well. Again, I saw no difference between these three horses when was near alligators. So my point stands still, there is no such thing as bravery in Red Dead Online, no difference between horses. And now the most important parameter, running speed, and to test it I'm gonna be riding all across the map from Annensburg to Tumbleweed. And by the way, small surprise, I will test one more horse here, Missouri Fox Trotter, later you will see why. Kentucky Saddler goes first. This horse has only 3 bars in speed and 2 in acceleration, but I'm using Nacogdoches saddle with best stirrups, which adds another 3 bars, but still it's only 6 bars in speed. Oh, by the way, I need to mention that for this test I'm gonna be strictly following the route that I can see on the minimap, this red line. I'm not gonna be cutting any turns or taking shorter ways to make sure that for all horses it will be exactly the same distance. Also, if I will stop for any reason, like here, I'm making the test again and again and again. But anyway, with Kentucky Saddler I actually managed to go the whole distance without any problems from the first attempt, and it took exactly 14 minutes 53 seconds to get to Tumbleweed. Mustang has 6 bars in speed, but only 4 bars of acceleration, so with Nacogdoches saddle 9 bars in speed and 7 acceleration. The result was 14 minutes and 33 seconds. So 20 seconds difference with Kentucky Saddler. It sounds like a big difference, but actually on such a long distance it's only around 2.2%. So each bar in speed equals to only around 0.7% difference on practice. Plus, let's not forget about measurement error, it's easily around 1%. But anyway, I tested Black Arabian next. Just like Mustang, it has 6 bars in speed, but it also has 6 bars of acceleration. So with Nacogdoches saddle and stirrups it has 9 bars in both acceleration and speed, which makes it better than Mustang, at least in theory. Plus it has elite handling, which makes turns easier, but I'm not sure if it's gonna make that much of a difference. Actually, because of such small difference in stats with Mustang, I decided to also test another horse, Missouri Fox Trotter, because that horse with Nacogdoches saddle has 10 bars in speed, more than Black Arabian. I actually need to mention one more interesting thing about Black Arabian. This horse feels fast. I mean, I tested it many times and every time it feels like this horse is much faster than any other horse, which is not really the case on practice. Sorry for spoilers, but I don't know why, it just feels fast. Anyway, the result for Black Arabian was 14 minutes and 25 seconds, 8 seconds faster than Mustang, which could be because of difference in handling and acceleration, because there were a lot of small turns on this route, but actually results of the next test of Missouri Fox Trotter made me believe that that 8-second difference is just a measurement error. Fox Trotter has 7 bars in speed and 5 in acceleration, so with Nacogdoches saddle it has 10 bars in speed, maximum amount. Actually, there are some other horses that can have 10 bars in speed and they have high acceleration, for example Norfolk Roadster, but I decided to buy Fox Trotter because I like how it looks. Anyway, the result for Fox Trotter was 14 minutes and 19 seconds, 6 seconds faster than Black Arabian, exactly 0.7% difference, even though Black Arabian has high acceleration and better handling. So which horse is better according to all these tests? Well, actually on practice there is almost no difference. Just buy the horse that you like or the horse that you can afford. Get maximum bonded level, buy good saddle and stirrups and you will be fine. But good saddle and stirrups are not the only necessary items in Red Dead Online. If you wanna find out about other must-have purchases, I suggest you to go and check the video that you can see on your screen now. And with that being said, I hope you enjoyed this video. Stay safe, stay healthy, goodbye.